Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Daniel Weichman. Kingston police announced the arrest of 2 men accused of attempting to solicit children for sex. Police say 40-year-old John Leroy Berkey Jr. attempted to meet a 15-year-old boy through social media for sex in November. Also, police say 36-year-old Taekwon Young was arrested after messaging who he believed to be a 15-year-old girl for sex in September. A cooperating witness provided the messages, photos, and videos that corroborated each of the suspects' communications. Both men have been charged with attempted involuntary deviant sexual intercourse of a minor, less than 16 years of age, criminal attempt to have unlawful contact with a minor, criminal solicitation to commit statutory sexual assault, and criminal use of a communications device. Young and Berkey were arraigned with bail set and hearings scheduled for later in January. Young was lodged in the Luzerne County Correctional Facility after failing to post $10,000. Berkey was released after posting a $1 nominal bail. A Pittston woman who said she was a confidential drug informant for the state police testified Monday that she believed her family friend planned to kill his ex-girlfriend. Clayton Leroy Knorr was reported by the woman to have a certain behavior and demeanor that made her realize he was serious about killing his ex-girlfriend. The woman contacted the state police to have a hidden camera set up in a kitchen appliance. The video of Knorr discussing his plan with an informant was played to a Luzerne County jury. Knorr was arrested by state police in Wilkes-Barre when he met with his ex-girlfriend, Michelle Shula, at the park one day after he discussed plans at the informant's residence on the hidden camera. Knorr is facing trial on charges of criminal attempt to commit homicide, criminal solicitation to commit homicide, criminal attempt to retaliate against a witness or victim, possession with intent to deliver a controlled substance, and possession of drug paraphernalia. He has been jailed since his arrest in September 2021. The testimony continues today. The woman who allegedly killed her husband in last week's fire in Luzerne County faces several charges. January 4th saw a fire around 1 a.m. at the 30 block of Holiday Drive in Green Acres Apartments. A man died and 9 others were displaced, while the deceased victim was identified as Wilbert Smalls, Lisa Starrick Smalls' husband. According to court documents, Lisa is being charged with several counts relating to arson, as well as 1 count of homicide. Lisa is held in the Luzerne County Prison without bail. The Schuylkill County fire that damaged a concrete company has been determined to be accidental. Last week, a fire broke out at Quandle Concrete in Minersville. Neighborhood fire departments responded and rapidly extinguished the fire, stopping the fire from completely destroying the company building. The Schuylkill County fire from last week didn't result in any major injuries. Robert Semenza Jr., the former president of the Old Forge Borough Council, has been charged with bribery on a federal level, was given a 1-year jail sentence. Semenza Jr. allegedly collected monetary payments between January 2019 and February 2020 in exchange for promising official acts, including a civil lawsuit brought by Old Forge Borough against a local company owner and a disagreement over zoning regulations. According to court filings, Semenza Jr. reportedly agreed to vote and speak up for the company owner before the Old Forge Borough Council in exchange for money. Semenza Jr. received $5,000 from the company in exchange for the council's support and votes. Semenza Jr. created the false appearance of legitimacy of these cash payments, referring to them as loans. Coming up on WYLN News, Agriculture Secretary Russell Redding announces awards for schools and AG education programs. Plus, what UGI customers can do to lower their utility bills this winter. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast, brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
My name is Alexander Bonomo. I'm 12 years old, and tomorrow's WYLN forecast is partly cloudy.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today.
You always get a feel-good shopping experience at Grand Central in Hazleton.
Have you ever experienced that super pushy salesperson who follows you all around? Not here.
Or wandered around that big box store looking for help in the appliance department, only to find the pink guy? Not here.
And we have an experienced, courteous sales staff here to help you find the perfect mattress, piece of furniture, or appliance with no pressure.
And don't forget, everyday low prices.
You always get a feel-good shopping experience at Grand Central in Hazleton.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online.
Welcome back to WYLN News. Sheetz has announced today that they will start off the new year by decreasing diesel fuel prices by 50 cents a gallon at each of its 665 and plus locations. The reduction will help in the savings of approximately $10 for mid-size trucks, $12 for full-size trucks, and $60 for semi-trailers. All of this is assuming the driver fills the gas tank from empty to full. The offer will include both auto diesel fuel and truck diesel fuel until January 31st. A local brewer has taken first place at the craft brewing competition at the Pennsylvania Farm Show. Stoker's Brewing Company Divine Belgian Strong Golden Ale has taken first place in the Belgian-style category. Although Doug Drost, the owner of Stoker's Brewery in Tamaqua, couldn't be there to accept the award, Brianna Boyce, a friend, accepted it on his behalf. The winning beer uses all traditional ingredients, including Belgian candy sugar, and can be found on tap with 20 others at Stoker's Brewing Company. The Brewers Association, a trade association of independent small craft breweries, provides rules for the competition. The Pennsylvania State Law Enforcement Citizen Advisory Commission announced the release of its October 28, 2022 reports of recommendations to improve law enforcement in the Commonwealth. The reports, along with the responses from the Pennsylvania State Police and the Department of Corrections Parole Field Services, can be found on the Commission's website. The Commission's recommendations to the PSP and DOC seek to strengthen the use of force policies and eliminate bias-based policing. These include taser policy enhancements. DOC should enhance its use of force policy to include cautions regarding taser deployments near flammable liquids and to detail where taser deployments fall within its resistance and control continuum. PSP should enhance its use of force policy to permit the use of less than lethal proportional force given the totality of circumstances to carry out a legitimate law or civil enforcement activity. Reports of abuse within law enforcement agencies under the governor's jurisdiction may be anonymously reported by filing an online complaint or calling the Law Enforcement Oversight Tip Line at 1-833-581-1692. Agriculture Secretary Russell Redding attended the PA Farm Show, where he announced $1.5 million in awards to schools and AG education programs. Nearly $1 million in AG and youth grants were awarded to youth organizations to promote development in the fields of agriculture, community leadership, vocational training, and peer fellowship.
But most important, this is to launch our farm to school. We're doing 48 projects this year in 28 counties across Pennsylvania. $530,000 investment in the farm to school, and a $2 million total investment in the farm to school grant program since the beginning. And important to note, these could be up to $15,000 and make great investments in K through 5th grade for farm to school. We're also pleased today as an equal partner in that, our ag and youth grants, which for those who've been around, it has been a long time in our development.
Measures that have been in place since late August to save water have been withdrawn by the Hazleton City Authority. According to members of the Hazleton City Authority, following approval of the strategy for alerting consumers by a representative from the State Drought Coordinator's office, the authority ended both stages of its drought contingency plan on Monday. Last week, WYLN News reported that the authority was planning to relax the use limitations, but was waiting to hear from state environmental officials about HCA's plan to notify customers. According to the proposal, customers will now be informed by way of advertisements, a notice on the Hazleton City Authority's website, and a statement on water bills. After the Lehigh River pump station was shut down and experiencing a dry period, the authority urged its users to voluntarily comply with non-essential consumption limitations on August 31st. The pump station was since repaired, and recent rain and ice helped raise water levels. As of Monday, the system's storage capacity was at 89%. As the winter continues, UGI is offering energy-efficient assistance for qualifying homes to help provide manageable utility bills. But how do you know if you're eligible? UGI encourages customers to apply for the Low Income Usage Reduction Program, a free program that provides energy-saving improvements to help reduce bills and energy usage. In order to be eligible, you must meet the following qualifications: an active UGI residential gas heating or electric account, 12 consecutive UGI billing periods, higher than average natural gas or electric usage over the past 12 months, gross annual income within 200% of the federal poverty level for UGI gas customers, and within 150% of the federal poverty level for UGI electric customers. If the customer is renting, written permission from the landlord is required to proceed. If a customer is approved, a local community-based organization will work with a certified contractor to perform an in-home energy usage evaluation and determine the appropriate energy-efficient measures. More information about the program and other UGI customer assistance program is available at ugi.com. Leaders from the Pennsylvania Departments of Environmental Protection and Health were joined by a lung cancer survivor to encourage Pennsylvanians to do a test for radon in their homes as part of National Radon Action Month. To help educate Pennsylvanians on the importance of testing their homes for radon, the DEP launched a public service announcement by Jackie Nixon, a lung cancer survivor. The story can be found on pacast.com.
We are here today to encourage all Pennsylvanians to test their homes for radon gas as part of National Radon Action Month. The health risk of long-term exposure to radon gas is something all Pennsylvanians need to be aware of. Because of our geology, Pennsylvania has some of the highest radon levels in the United States. Radon gas is invisible and odorless, and also it is radioactive. It occurs naturally as uranium and radium break down in rocks and soil and enters buildings from the ground. Long-term exposure to radon is the second leading cause of lung cancer after smoking, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention.
Governor Tom Wolf held a special session on Monday to vote on a proposed amendment that would open a 2-year window for victims of childhood sexual abuse to file lawsuits. Speaker of the House, Mark Rosie, issued a statement following said announcement.
Today, Governor Tom Wolf issued a proclamation ordering a special session of the General Assembly to consider a constitutional amendment providing for relief to survivors of childhood sexual abuse. For that, and on behalf of victims throughout the Commonwealth, I say to Governor Wolf, thank you. As you know, I am a survivor of childhood sexual abuse. I know firsthand the trauma that comes with surviving such a vicious attack. I have childhood friends who initially survived their assault only to succumb to the trauma years later and to take their own lives. There is an epidemic of sexual abuse against children in this Commonwealth, throughout the nation, and throughout the world. I came to Harrisburg with one purpose: to see that survivors of childhood sexual assault in Pennsylvania receive the justice that they deserve.
Coming up on Whitehaven's News Choice, we sit down with Marty Burns on Let's Talk Sports. Plus, Trooper Anthony Petrosky talks to us about Amber Alerts on Trooper Talk Tuesday. And stay with us for everything else we have lined up for you later tonight on WYLN TV.
Getting to the finish line starts with Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute, the region's leader in sports medicine. Our specialists use the most advanced technology for faster, better results. so elite and everyday athletes can compete like champions once again. Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute. Your health deserves a partner.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Watch PTN on WYLN.
Looking for a tax service you can trust? Look no further than Honest Abe's Business and Tax Service. They have a team of experienced professionals dedicated to providing top quality service and accurate returns. Don't stress, pay less. Honest Abe's Business and Tax Service, 259 Claremont Avenue in Tamaqua.
Hello, I'm Wyln historian Chris Fulmer. Pennsylvania's communities are filled with interesting history. Come with me as we discover the people, events, industries, and other historic facets of local towns. Path Through History coming soon on WYLN, we're your local network.
Struggling to get a good night's sleep? Then look no further. Grand Central is here to help. Grand Central Sealy experts will set you straight. When you buy your mattress at Grand Central, you can expect free delivery and setup, free removal of the old unit, and interest-free financing for up to 60 months. And of course, Grand Central's everyday low prices. Grand Central in Hazleton, helping you make your house a home.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969.
Like and follow WYLN News on Facebook for the midday WYLN News update, posted between noon and 2 p.m. Powered by Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton, the all-new emergency room at Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton is nearly double the size. Our updated facility features all private rooms, the latest technology, and a quicker, easier check-in process. Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton, your partner in ER care.
Welcome to another edition of Let's Talk Sports, brought to you by the Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute. 5 wildcard playoff games in the books. And the final will be on Monday night on ESPN ABC. They signed this duo, Joe Buck and Troy Aikman, for a night like tonight. You've got the 5 seed Dallas Cowboys, the 4 seed Tampa Bay Buccaneers. If this was a best-of-7 series, I'd say easily the Cowboys would defeat Tampa Bay. They are the much better team, I believe. But the Cowboys, when they had an opportunity to try to take, hopefully, the NFC East away from the Eagles, possibly a 1 seed, they went into Washington and laid one of the biggest eggs that they've laid in a long time. And they've laid some pretty big eggs in recent history. And it's caused a lot of Cowboy fans to become very worried about tonight, because it's like the beauty of the NCAA basketball tournaments, the NFL playoffs. Win and advance and survive, win or go home, whatever you want to use as the catchphrase. And the Cowboys really got to get back, and it's got to start with their quarterback, Dak Prescott. He's got to take care of the football. He's been very loose with it, especially throwing it into tight situations. Tampa Bay's defense held them to 3 points even when Prescott was healthy in that opener before he got hurt. And the other thing that makes Tampa Bay very scary, in their second to last game when they won the NFC South, a lot of fans have been calling for it, a lot of football experts were calling for it, for Tom Brady to find their star receiver Mike Evans, and on that day he did. Tom Brady had over 400 yards passing, 207 and 10 catches, 3 touchdowns went to Mike Evans. If Brady can find that combination again tonight, it makes Tampa Bay very tough at home, especially if the Cowboys are not going to be real firm with the football, stay disciplined. This could be a very good football game tonight. Looking forward to it. I would not be surprised if the Buccaneers were the team that came away with the victory, even though I do believe Dallas is the better football team. We'll have to see how it plays out tonight as we get ready for divisional football next weekend. You've been watching Let's Talk Sports. Enjoy tonight's game. As always, we're brought to you by the Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Watch PTN on WYLN.
Attention, WYLN viewers! WYLN TV can now be seen on the Hazleton Service Electric Cablevision HD tier, channel 507, and over the air at 35.1. WYLN, we're your local network.
Getting to the finish line starts with Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute, the region's leader in sports medicine. Our specialists use the most advanced technology for faster, better results. So elite and everyday athletes can compete like champions once again. Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute. Your health deserves a partner.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
Like and follow WYLN News on Facebook for the midday WYLN News update, posted between noon and 2 p.m. Powered by Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton, the all-new emergency room at Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton is nearly double the size. Our updated facility features all private rooms, the latest technology, and a quicker, easier check-in process. Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton, your partner in ER care.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another Trooper Talk Tuesday. I'm Trooper Anthony Petrosky, Trooper and Public Information Officer, and today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about Amber Alerts. We all get them on our cell phones, on our devices. We see them on the TV. We hear them on radios, and rightfully so. We're talking about an abduction of a child. And a lot of times people think, well, I see it's out of New York. I see it's out of New Jersey, Ohio, or it's on the other side of Pennsylvania. I don't need to be concerned about it. Well, that's the wrong attitude. You should be concerned about it because a lot of times over the past year and a half, we've had a couple Amber Alerts from out of states recovered right here in Luzerne County. So, some advice on Amber Alerts. Number one, read it. Take a look at it. See who the suspect is. See who the child is and the vehicle. That's the most important thing because that's how you're going to identify them. We want the vehicle tag, the registration, and a good description of the vehicle. Then take a look at the suspect and the child that's involved, right? We see these on the side of roads, on the signboards. We see them on the news. It's important to actually read this because you could be a good witness. The more people that know the information about these Amber Alerts, the more eyes there are out there looking for this child. See, law enforcement, we get these alerts prior to it going out to the public so we can immediately start searching and being on the lookout for the vehicle, the suspect, and the child. But you can help us. Now, we know you're not police officers, and we don't want you to act like it. What we want you to do is be a good witness. So if you see the vehicle or if you see the suspect or the child, you think so, you call 911 immediately. Be a good witness. Give a good location of where the vehicle or the people are at and give a good description of the vehicle. Call in the license plate, give a good description of what the vehicle looks like, if there's the color of the vehicle, if there's any markings on it, any stickers, anything that could easily identify it. That helps us as law enforcement. Then stay on the phone with 911 until you see a police vehicle, so then we could do our job and safely recover that child, because that's what it's all about. We want that child to be recovered safely and securely, so then we could give the child back to their parent or guardian. These are very, very important messages. These are very dangerous situations. We're talking about the abduction of a very young child. So please take these serious. Be a good witness. Read these messages when you see them. And if you have any questions about what we talked about today, please feel free to call me. State Police Hazleton, 570-459-3890. I'm Trooper Anthony Petrosky, and I will see you again here on Trooper Talk Tuesday.
And that's the news. Remember, the source matters now more than ever. Catch all the latest on our Facebook page, YouTube page, or at WYLNTV.com. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next, right here on WYLN TV.
You're watching WYLN